Hi, my name is LaKayla Swan. This is this is Reese. This is Chloe, and this is Alyssa. And we're from Floyd Central Hospital, and this is our project, Hope Healer Recovery. Hope Healer Recovery, also known as HHR, is a rehabilitation center that seeks to provide help and guidance to a community consumed by drug abuse. As members of this community, we wish to see it thrive by providing a secure environment to allow patients to overcome their addictions. Instead of simply treating patients and releasing them back into the mainstream society, we wish to provide them with various skills that they can use during their everyday lives. We also wish to supply steady, well-paying jobs to the community by opening a rehabilitation center. Our goal is to provide and guide the community by consuming substance abuse.
Residents across Appalachia are 55% more likely to die of drug overdose than people in the rest of the country, but it's especially higher in eastern Kentucky counties. When I looked into it, I think Floyd County was within the top 10, and our goal is to keep with our community. It's always been one to give back to those who need it. We want to keep to that, true to our values. We referenced articles by the CDC and official government organizations. We intend to teach Appalachian trade skills such as quilting and gardening within our art and nature and music centers. We also plan to use these as coping mechanisms rather than them coping with drugs again. That way they'll have a skill set that they may have not had before, and that can help boost confidence and morale within the facility itself. Kentucky had a national average of one of the highest opioid overdose rates. In 2018, it decreased a little bit in 2019, but only by around 2%. From July of 2018 and July of 2019, when the study was done, that was when the decrease happened. With the introduction of more rehabilitation centers, we hope this trend can continue to decrease. Many drug abusers who end up in these centers have been here before, and they find it hard to cope with mainstream society once they get out. So the center will allow them to hold jobs within, like small jobs that can help them get used to working within the workforce again, and provide them with rewards for like good behavior, more responsibilities. So that will allow them to adjust too. We hope to target potential residents by partnering with Pikeville Medical Center and Mountain Comp, and using various media outlets as marketing, like radio ads, TV ads, maybe a Facebook page, just to get ourselves out there in the beginning. And maybe we can reach like a family member who's worried about somebody else. And we did a survey within our school, which we forgot to put on there. But a lot of kids in our school have family members who have overdosed, died of overdose, or just in general needed help that wasn't there. And the area we picked for this is fairly close to our county, so it would allow some of those people who need help the help they need.
Speaking more on that area, the site that we selected for Hope Hills Recovery is located right here in Pikeville, Kentucky, and is really close to Cedar Creek. A few other sites are possibly chosen, however, we felt that the site that we chose had held the most advantages, especially for our project. Thanks to the proximity to US 23, which if you go to the next slide, or the next one. You can see right there, there's an arrow pointing to US 23, and a star is where our rehab center is going to be. So with the really close proximity to the highway, it'll be easy for transportation of materials and resources and even patients. In addition to this, our site has a very beneficial landscape. There's a lot of flat and vast area that the site provides that is virtually perfect for our area. We have some outdoor recreation activities such as our greenhouse right here and our farmers markets. And due to the lack of mining structures on the site, there were no infrastructural concerns. The team decided that no native flora and fauna on our area will be harmed in the process of Hope Hills recovery and will be harmed during the running of Hope Hills recovery. Okay. There have been many previous owners of the site, although now it is reclaimed and inactive. A total of 14 different mining companies have utilized this mine, all of which impacted and benefited the community around them. There is things like the Clark Elkhorn Company that is located in Pike County, has been active for 57 years. The Uten Coal Corporation is a private business located in Pikeville, Kentucky. Now, one of the bigger ones is known as Cam Mining. Cam Mining is a privately owned company in Pikeville, Kentucky, and it played a large role here while they were in use of this mine. In fact, at Belfry High School, they provided them with their football stadium that bears their name right now. The other one is known as Lodestar Energy Mines. And they mine and market what is known as bituminous coal for the use of electricity. We actually had an interview with a former employee who gave us some more information about Lodestar Energy. And Lodestar Energy had been involved in a U.S. District Court case and mined on a family's property, although now it is settled. In a brief summation, our team truly does feel as though our site will prove to be the most beneficial area for Hope Hills recovery. So thanks to the plentiful resources our site already has, not to mention the pre-built roads, the implementation of Hope Hills would be efficient, economical, and completely environmental friendly. Now let's get on to community benefits.
So some of the community benefits we feel is that one of them is it's very close to home for a lot of the people that in the area we feel this affects. And as a lot of rehab centers are kind of remote and far away, our one is close to the highway, so it can also allow for family visitation, which can help with their recovery. The live-in facility, instead, most people are supposed to provide their own transportation in order to go to a rehab center or get any type of medication that can help them. But with ours, this way we can make sure that they are taking medications such as Suboxone to help them, and they're getting all the necessary things that they need. It's also a local economy boost, increased prospective employee pool, and it creates job opportunities with good pay and benefits. Because also due to the decrease in the coal industry, we know a lot of people in our community that have been affected by this, and this way, with how much we have on our site, we can provide a lot of jobs that can help people get back on their feet from this.
Over the past few years, Eastern Kentuckians have realized how much the coal industry actually affects their community. With the collapse of the industry, many Eastern Kentuckians were left unemployed, living in poverty. Those who are unemployed or otherwise out of labor forces may face financial hardship or simply have more unconstructed time. Drugs and unemployment kind of go hand to hand in a way. If you lose your job, you get depressed, you might take drugs, you need help with that. Or vice versa, you might do drugs and you can't really get a job anywhere. So with this, it's not just some normal rehab center. We have many different therapies. So we have the music therapy, which will let patients actually express their emotions and feelings through music. And then here we have our art facility, where we give art therapy, and we let them express themselves through painting and sculptures. And here we have our nature therapy, where we also give like nature walks, like so they can see how beautiful our landscape is and show how beautiful Kentucky is. Here we have our church, because a lot of religious beliefs play a big role in recovery and who we are as a person. And here we offer a lot of jobs. So we have nurses and we have pharmacists and we have security guards to watch our patients. So we offer a lot of job opportunities. Here we have a farmer's market where we sell produce. We also use this produce for our facility to make food because it will save us a lot of money. We also have solar power, so it will save us a lot of money with energy. And then we also we allow our patients to make quilts and paintings so they can actually make a profit while they're here, so they can actually sell their products to the community. And that they can also use that for their education because a lot of people in the center do not have their GEDs. So they can come here and actually get their GEDs and possibly take some online college classes to Big Sandy because we're hoping to partner with them too. So. We have 12 local rehab centers surrounding us, but we set off from the rest of them. Kentucky ranks 46 out of the 50 states regarding adult mental health treatment compared to the state's overall mental health rank of the 22nd. So we want to try and help this. It's a big issue here and everywhere around us. So we want to make a difference.
Mental health issues and drug use directly correlate, though a lot of people with mental health issues such as depression or sometimes even anxiety have problems finding ways to cope with those particular disorders. So they turn to drugs such as maybe illegal marijuana, heroin, literally anything they can get their hands on. So we would be targeting patients by working with Pikeville Medical Center, as we said earlier, and Mountain Comprehensive Care. We talked to some of the people at Mountain who are over this, and they said that they had many patients who would benefit greatly from a rehab center like this. We'd like to offer many different types of therapies to find a coping mechanism that works for every person here, because not everybody copes the same way. So for our management team, we would need a facility management service, such as janitors to help maintain the facility and ensure overall productivity, because we also know that if the building in our facility is not kept very good, then our patients will also be unkept, and that is not productive to their recovery. A general manager to troubleshoot problems and ensure that everything is running smoothly and everybody is doing the jobs as they need to. We also have counselors to assist therapists in working through the patient's addictions and other issues that they may be having. And we also have doctors to treat, prescribe medication, and monitor the patients, and pharmaceutical experts to kind of monitor the patient's reactions to the medications they are put on, such as Suboxone, and also to make sure that an overdose doesn't happen, such as that. And we also have job recruiters and counselors that can aid the patients in going back to life after rehabilitation, because we feel that a lot of rehab centers, just after they are back from their addiction, just throw them back out there with no way to provide themselves with money or anything like that, or support their families that they may be going back to. So we really feel that with our job rehabilitation section of our buildings that we can help avoid this, so this way, if they have a way to provide for themselves, they won't have to go back to drugs.
We plan to be a non-profit if it is possible, because that is the best to give back to our community. So we will depend on loans and donations. And we need to provide health insurance for patients, so we will also take that into perspective. Our return investments with partner local businesses and donations for the community, and our partnership with the Holland Settlement School, because we are adding an Appalachian aspect culture into this facility, because we need to bring that alive back into this. Like I said before, you can get their GEDs here. We're going to offer internships. So, like, for teachers that need hours before they can actually go into a job, they can come here and work. And same for nurses, they have that opportunity too, because we're going to be partnered with Poplar Medical Center. So nurses can come in here and get their hours before they go into the field. We commonly fund through businesses and community donations. Community support and underfunding and understaff is an issue, but we will figure this out. A rehabilitation center has been proposed to go in the Cedar Creek area of Pikeville, but since the land development of our project has faced some backlash from the community. So we wish to kind of help that with this, because there's already one that is being proposed, but we want to kind of push that forward. Like, we want to help them, like, because we want to implement have different things that will draw people in, not just a rehab center, but different aspects that makes it. This is our sources.
Backlash from the community, is it due to having the drug patients there, or is it the use of the property, or what exactly is a backlash?
The main backlash from the community from the rehab center being proposed already, it's mainly due to the location of it, because the people in Cedar Creek feel as though it will cause a lot of pollution, it will cause a lot of traffic. But however, with our project, it's not directly in Cedar Creek, it's near it, and so we feel as though our site might be better, and so we could propose that to the new rehab center being developed already.
Some of the problem was caused by the pharmaceutical industry, yet I didn't see them as a contributor to this initiative. Have you thought about that or explored that? Is that a possibility, or maybe it isn't? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a possibility. We plan to have pharmacists come in and help assist us with everything, so that we don't have any issues.
To expand on what she said, we'd like to also offer therapy that doesn't solely rely on the use of medication. While that may help in the beginning, we'd like to eventually get patients to where they're able to cope without medicine.
What's the financial strategy? Have you identified what the startup cost for building out the facility will be, and the cost of the staffing and ongoing operations of the project?
We haven't came up with an exact number, but when we talked to Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, they paid their psychologists $60,000, and security guards and stuff was like $26,000. So we looked into that to see how much it was, but we're hoping to get enough funds from the community, or we don't really have to worry about that. But we'll still look into that.
And how many patients will the facility hold?
We're hoping that it will hold around 70 to 80 patients, which is going to be female and male. So the floors will be like separated, so like males will be on the top and females will be on the bottom. And we have the security to make sure
But even though that we only have about 70 to 80 patients that can live in our rehab center, we really hope that in the future, with more donations and more financial gains, that we can hopefully expand on our live-in center and we can have more patients, because we know that the drug abuse problem is more than just 70 people. It's counties wide. And so while at the time right now, with the finances that we will have in the beginning, we can only host about 70, we definitely want to expand and host more.
And do you know what the insurance reimbursement rate is per patient? Or an average, so you can determine how much income you're earning from medical insurance payments?
We don't have an exact number because that would really be dependent on how much the insurance companies are willing to cover for that and what insurance company the patient might be under, because everyone charges different rates. So we don't have quite an exact number, but we can work on that.
Do you know how much you're charging per patient?
For them to come to our facility and live, we're charging them $6,000. So
Okay, so that's $6,000 to stay at the facility and to take advantage of all the job training opportunities?
Yeah.
And that includes their meals, overhead, lodge, their bedding accommodations, and all the other professional services and the medical services that they receive.
So we're hoping to save them a ton of money for going here because of our greenhouses, because we use food from that, because it's near food source. And then we're going to save a lot of electric payments because of the solar power. So,
And do you know what the average length of stay for a patient is?
it determines on how long they've been infected with like the drugs and stuff. So it just determines on like the patient. It just depends on them.
Sorry, I want to go back to whenever you asked about, well, I forgot it. What was the last question you asked?
I don't remember.
Yeah, really every single patient is going to be different. I don't know. While the price of stay is going to be really expensive, I'm sure that in the future we can definitely find new opportunities for, like, say, how colleges provide scholarships. We could do something like that where if someone's not able to pay the full $6,000, then we could find a way to lower the price that matches them. And maybe they might, not be able to get every single thing in here, but we definitely want to alter the payments for every single different patient because, like we said before, every single patient is different.
I was wondering, could the prisons and detention centers be partners here? So many of the opioid abusers do wind up in detention centers or prisons, and they're packed, and probably not the most appropriate place for people to go. Could those resources be shifted to this venture?
We definitely could partner with those types of facilities because in our area, a lot of the arrests for drugs and stuff are non-violent, so we would probably go with those cases first, the non-violent ones. And then if we have success with those, then we can move on to more of the serious cases to see if we can drop the rate lower.
To expand more on what she said, with the right security measures and staff, partnerships with those facilities would definitely be feasible.
Just a design question. Looking at your, hate to do that. Thank you all very much.